All right, let's get right into it. If you're even thinking about launching a business, this right here, this is your roadmap. We're going to break down a blueprint that just cuts through all the noise and gives you the exact step-by-step sequence to launch the right way, and hopefully avoid all those traps where so many others get stuck. It is a pretty brutal statistic, isn't it? 9 out of 10. Most new businesses just don't make it. But what if the reason isn't what we all think it is? It's not always about a bad idea or a lack of money. The blueprint we're looking at today suggests it's something way more fundamental. And there you have it. That's the core idea. This isn't about working harder. It's about working smarter. And most importantly, in the right order. Jumping straight to building a website before you even know who you're selling to, that's like trying to build a house without a blueprint. It's just a recipe for disaster. This slide just lays it out perfectly, right? On the left, you've got that chaotic, gut instinct approach that, let's be honest, most of us take. It feels productive, but it just leads to confusion and that question, why isn't this working? Then on the right, you've got the blueprint method. It's methodical, it's logical, and it's built to actually succeed. That's the path we're going to walk through right now. So first up, let's dig into that chaotic path a little more. This is what you could call the startup death trap. Because when you get the sequence wrong, you are putting yourself on a fast track to failure before you've even really started. Do any of these sound painfully familiar? Building that website with no clear message, offering like a dozen different services, hoping one of them will stick. Or this one, pricing based on your time instead of the huge value you provide. Every single one of these is just a symptom of getting that foundational sequence completely backwards. Okay, so how do we avoid the trap? We start with the unsexy but absolutely critical first steps. This is the foundation. It's not glamorous, for sure, but skipping this part is basically professional malpractice. These 4 steps, they are non-negotiable. Seriously, registering as an LLC, that protects your personal assets. That is huge. Getting an EIN, that's like your business's social security number. A separate bank account keeps your finances clean, professional, and it's going to save you massive headaches later on. And a basic accounting system, it just means you know your numbers from day one. You do this first and you are already way ahead of the game. All right, with that legal foundation in place, now we can find our compass. This is your true north. Before you write a single word for a website or create one social media post, you absolutely have to know who you are serving and why on earth they should care. And that brings us to your unique value proposition, or UVP. And I'm not exaggerating when I say this might be the single most important sentence you write for your business. It is the core of your entire messaging strategy. If you can't answer these 3 questions clearly, all your marketing is just going to feel generic and frankly ineffective. And here's the magic. It's a formula to build it. This isn't just some abstract theory. It's a practical tool. It forces you to get super specific about your customer, the result you deliver, and what actually makes you different. The most important thing is to actually sit down and write this out. I promise you it will clarify everything that comes next. So once you have your compass, your UVP, now you can define your destination. What are you actually selling? And the key here is to resist that urge to build everything all at once. You want to start small, focused, and viable. This is what we call the minimum viable service, or MVS. It is not your grand 10-feature vision. It's the stripped-down essential version that solves one core problem incredibly well. Why? Because it's designed to get you to market, get feedback, and start generating revenue fast. Just look at this comparison. On the left, that bloated service that so many founders try to build. It's confusing and it takes forever. On the right, the lean, powerful MVS. It's built around one clear outcome, you can test it immediately, and its value is just obvious. This is how you win. Okay, foundation is set. You know who you serve, you have a focused offer. Now, and only now, have you earned the right to build your megaphone. This is where the website and the social media finally come into play. See the difference? And listen, the key is not to be everywhere. It's to be where your customers are. This chart is a fantastic starting point. If you're selling to CEOs, LinkedIn is your home. If you're in the tech world, Twitter or X is where the conversation is happening. Pick one platform and just dominate it. So this is the big question you have to answer for yourself. Don't just pick the platform you like the most. Go where your ideal customer actually spends their time. That single decision will determine the effectiveness of your entire marketing effort. So let's put this all together. Let's see how this all builds into a real, actionable plan. The blueprint breaks everything we've talked about into a super clear 90-day timeline to take you from just an idea all the way to launch. You see the logic here, right? Month 1 is all about that foundation and positioning. Get legal, define your UVP. Month 2 is all about your customer, deep diving on their needs and defining that lean MVS. And then only in month 3 do you build a website and start making some noise. This sequence, it's everything. It makes sure that when you finally launch, your message is sharp and your offer is already validated. And as we wrap up, I want you to remember this really powerful idea. You don't need perfect. You need done. The goal isn't some flawless launch that just doesn't exist. The goal is to get it done, get it out there, and start learning from real customers. This blueprint is your guide to doing just that.
So I'll leave you with this one final thought. This isn't just interesting information. It's really a call to action. Looking at this sequence, what is the single very next step you need to take? Is it registering your business? Is it sitting down to finally write your UVP? Decide on that one thing and go do it today.